Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Engaging the Next Generation of Manufacturing Professionals. I'm Vinny Civitello, Communications Manager for the New Jersey Business and Industry Association. With us today is Jackie Luciano of ZAGO Manufacturing. A few housekeeping matters before we get started. Today's webinar is being recorded and will be emailed to you tomorrow along with the PowerPoint for today's presentation, so be on the lookout for those. If you just can't wait, you can download them right now from the Handouts tab. I think it's called zago.pptx. But I'd also like to draw your attention to the Questions tab. Jackie would be happy to take all your questions, so don't hesitate to write them in as they come to you, and I can't stress that enough. Write them in as they come to you, or you may forget what you wanted to ask by the time we get to the Q&A. So now let's get things started. Jackie?
Hi, Vinny. Thanks for having me today. Super excited to be here to talk to everyone today about manufacturing careers and how we're engaging the next generation into manufacturing. I've been working with ZAGO Manufacturing for a little over 12 years now, and I came into manufacturing by chance. I started working as a part-time bookkeeper, quickly got involved in every aspect of the business. It really didn't take long for me to really fall in love with manufacturing. I love seeing a product go from the most basic raw material to a final product, and knowing that our product is going into the most interesting and coolest applications. It's a really exciting time to be a part of that. I learned and worked in just about every position in the company, and after 13 years, I still find myself learning something new every day. Our company manufactures high-tech sealing fasteners and components, as well as seals for switches. And like I said, our products are used in many different industries, from military, aerospace, commercial lighting, underwater robotics, testing equipment, medical industry, basically anything that needs fasteners, that needs to be protected against harsh environments, or to make sure that nothing is leaking out into our environment. That's where ZAGO comes in. Specialty sealing fasteners and components. And as part of our mission is to help all stakeholders accelerate innovation. Our products are found in cutting edge industries, invasive medical devices saving lives, reducing medical error, robots used in remote or dangerous environments to do dangerous jobs, preventing accidents, measuring the impact of climate change, designing equipment to help recycle material in outer space. Our products are sustainable, but sustainability doesn't stop there. We're committed to ensuring engineers and OEMs realize that pollutant-free options are available for use. We're doing our part to make the world greener. So a little bit about manufacturing in the US and New Jersey. There are about 11,000 manufacturers alone in New Jersey. About 12.8 million people are employed in the manufacturing industry. And salaries can range from anywhere from $40,000 a year to upwards of $92,000 a year in New Jersey. And not to say that that's an entry level, you're not going to come into an entry level position making $92,000 a year, but with training and dedication, you can easily get there in just a few years. And that's not including overall compensation and benefits, health insurance, retirement benefits, paid sick time, vacation time. And, a lot of these companies offer education assistance. So the overall compensation package is really attractive for anyone that's coming into a career in manufacturing right now. So one of the hugest issues that we're seeing right now is the perception that's, the perception that everyone has about manufacturing that's causing these hiring problems. And the perception reports contradict Bureau of Labor Statistics. So these perceptions are among some of the 4 myths of manufacturing that the industry needs to work toward addressing. There are a wealth of great reasons why it's great to work in manufacturing, including broad awareness. Building broad awareness among these entering the workforce is really critical. Currently, there are about 30,000 open positions in New Jersey alone. So some of the myths about manufacturing are that, while many people still picture manufacturing as dirty, dusty factories, when they think of manufacturing, that really couldn't be further from the truth. Manufacturing is actually on the cutting edge of today's newest technologies and innovations, with a huge range of opportunities and types of workspaces. The Internet of Things is connecting all types of equipment, allowing devices and machines to communicate with another and exchange important data. Blockchain technology is revamping the supply chain. Automation, 3D printing is really changing the face of what we know as manufacturing. Today's manufacturing is a lot leaner, cleaner, more efficient, and more exciting than ever. Old headlines still might be sticky in people's minds, but we're actually in the midst of the strongest periods in the history of manufacturing workforce. Reshoring initiatives are bringing back manufacturing jobs to the U.S. in record numbers, and many different kinds of jobs are available, especially for machinists. Companies today are really having a hard time replacing retired skilled machinists, and therefore those companies are really willing to pay a premium for qualified talent. In fact, many companies are even willing to pay for training for these positions. One of the companies that we work with, Voice Technologies, participates in Apprentice NYC, which started in 2018. They were one of 8 different companies to first join this program, and they partner with New York City Department of Small Business Services and New York City Economic Development Corp in order to provide apprenticeships. So as new technologies, create these new positions, the American workforce is really presented with exciting opportunities and training initiatives. You should look at the city, look at the city and the state level to find programs that are already established or new ones that are starting out to see how you can participate. Thanks to, sophisticated robots, important advancements in technology, and widely, accepted best practices are required industry standards. Shop floors have actually never been cleaner or safer. So this myth, that, it's unsafe to work in manufacturing really couldn't be further from the truth. Companies today are more concerned than ever about protecting employees, keeping and maintaining a safe workspace, healthy working conditions in order to retain the best talent, and to keep operations running smoothly and efficiently, establishing themselves as a cutting-edge leader in the field. In 2016, the number of days away from the job due to work-sustained injuries in manufacturing actually fell by 4%, and it's continuing that steady downward trend. I recently received my Green Belt certification for Lean Six Sigma, and just in our company alone, we've implemented many lean practices in our company that has really helped us tremendously to become a more efficient company. And then you have, automation, and it's really changing the way manufacturing works. It doesn't mean replacing workers, which I know is the fear out there when you talk about bringing robots into a manufacturing floor. Automated equipment and robots are changing the nature of some manufacturing position, and is actually creating new positions. Now we have people that are working alongside robots. So employees that we used to have doing manual machining work are now being retrained, and we were able to reskill those employees to bring them up to a higher level position where they're becoming robot specialists, which is a position that we never had before. So there's a lot of opportunity when you talk about automation and bringing automation. There's a lot of opportunity for these employees that you already have to really train them and reskill them, and just keep them growing within the company. So economy research shows that manufacturing is actually ranked among the most important industries in maintaining a strong economy, and that the manufacturing sector has the highest multiplier effect of any major sector. In fact, every dollar spent in manufacturing contributes another $1.81 to the economy, allowing the industry to add nearly $2.2 trillion to the U.S. economy. It's on the cutting edge. 3D printing, drones, the Internet of Things. They're just latest examples of manufacturing companies really adopting new technology long before the public gets their hands on it. And for all the tech heads in the industry, that's the best reason to get up and go to work each day. For me, I know I love engaging with new companies, with innovative companies every day that are working on projects that you would never think of, and to know that we're a part of that, and to be our product is going into those designs, into those projects. It's a really exciting time to be a part of that. There's also, a lot of room to grow in manufacturing. Once you choose a sector to go into, there are plenty of options for your career path, from fabrication and welding to research and distribution, marketing, sales, customer service. There's so many different positions within manufacturing that there's a lot of opportunity for anyone to just come into manufacturing and really find their place. Being a part of manufacturing is being a part of an extended family. It's a culture of working as a team. Everyone is always willing to help. It's more than just working in an assembly line. That's really, really far from the truth. It's really about working with people, working with teams, and it's a great place to be. The type of positions that are being offered right now offer all the benefits of working in manufacturing, pride, stability, competitive salaries, excitement, great technology to work with. For people from many different backgrounds, not every industry has the same potential and flexibility. We have high salaries, stability. So it's a great place to be. And, not just, a lot of companies have to look at their compensation packages and what they offer their employees. So a lot of younger people coming into manufacturing right now, they have, they're looking at overall compensation, paid time off, flex time, paternity leave. So there are things that your company might not have ever thought of, but now, in order to attract new talent, you have to start thinking about those kind of things. So you want to know your audience. Gen Z totals more than 67 million people, which is another big workforce right behind the millennials. They're not the same as the millennials, though. You need to market differently to them. There are many avenues to get to know these young adults, and if you fail to get to know them, they will view your organization and its people as superficial and disingenuous. Meet them where they are. They want to be seen and heard. They've been creating a brand since they could walk. So you have to use proper social media channels to reach them, understand the causes they care about. We recently hired a new graduate from Westside High School in Newark, Yasha. And when we first met with her, one of the things that she talked to us about was her brand and the fact that she was starting a brand about building awareness around suicide and depression amongst teens. And to see the passion, that while she talked about it was really something that really touched me. And it's something that, we don't tell, an employee, oh, you're really not focused on work because you have this other agenda. For us, no, we totally support, what she's doing. And you have to take interest in what your employees are doing and what they value and what, they find important. So for us, it was really important to support her in that. And she's been doing extremely well. She came in as a manual operator, and she's going to be training her way up to become a machinist and possibly a robot specialist. So it's really exciting to see her and to see her path and how she's going to grow within the company. So you want to define your purpose when you're trying to engage this next generation. Being in business to make a profit is not enough. What's your company's purpose? Apart from making a product and selling it, what are you doing that benefits all stakeholders, employees, customers, community? Authenticity is key. Words without action will lead, this younger generation to basically jump ship, and they'll take to social media, they'll let their peers know, and everybody out there is going to know what you're doing. So, business is not transactional anymore. It's really understanding what's important to all stakeholders, and building upon those relationships is what sets you apart from your competition or other companies. You have to do what you say how you do it, and really promote it. Be transparent. You are your best advocate. Promote what you're doing. It's the only way to build awareness and attract the right people to your company. They want to be a part of what you're doing if they feel you share the same values that they do. So you want to create a purpose-driven brand. Being in business to make a profit is not enough. What is your company's purpose apart from making the product and selling it? What are you doing to benefit all your stakeholders? One of the projects that we just recently started was, we completely rebranded our website. You have to have a cutting edge website that's mobile and tablet ready if you want to attract younger generations and have them see what you're doing. And you have to resonate with this younger generation. So you have to kind of step out of your comfort zone, start to take video and invest in digital marketing, share on social media, showcase what's cool about working in your company. You're your best advocate. So if you're happy to go to work every day and you think it's cool to be at work and you have exciting things going on at work, you want to share that. You want to share that with everyone out there because that's contagious and people want to be a part of that. So you want to incorporate, some of the things that you want to think about are incorporating benefits that are, crucial to this new generation. Like we talked about before, this newer generation has a really large education debt. So if you want to offer programs, a couple of ideas are just to offer programs to pay off their debt, whether it's, whatever the amount is. It creates loyalty and retention. It's really costly to go to school. So if you offer reimbursement programs, based on different employment parameters, that's something that they're going to value. I know for us, at ZAGO, we really value education and we really support not only in providing, emotional support, flex time, but financial support for anyone who wants to pursue higher education or take a certification course. We have a couple of employees right now. One is going to school for her marketing degree. Another one is going for their degree in manufacturing. So anyone that wants to better themselves, for us as a company, it only helps us and makes us a better company. So anything that we can do to support that, we do. So you want to tap into your, Gen Y ambassadors. So if you have younger people in your company, have them advocate for you. We recently started doing tours at our facility. So one of the things that we have, while the students come in for tours is to have some of the younger employees that work at our company speak to them so that they can tell them about their experiences and how their path is going and things to look out for and what their experiences are like. So you want to basically adopt a cause. You want to, apart from what you make and what you sell, your company has to have a cause, a purpose. And for us, part of our purpose and our cause is just to really take care of our community, be involved in our community, and try to retain and engage, the next generation into what we think is really cool about being in manufacturing. So, as part of our mission, you want to start with, just in looking at your mission. So, our company manufactures clean, sustainable, high-tech sealing solutions. But for us, it's not just about that. It's a whole culture of learning. We really want our employees to flourish within the company. So we really support everything that they do to try to get them there. We're really conscious about our environment and just to treat everyone with kindness, dignity, and respect. For us, it's not just a mission statement. We really, this is our daily life, and we really do what we say. It's not just a mission statement. As part of our mission in 2019, we launched what we call ZAGO Sustainability 360, which is an award-winning social impact initiative that addresses environmental, economic, and employment issues, and STEM and manufacturing education, scholarships, and skills-based training to stakeholders in underserved communities. So helping engaging youngsters are embedded in our mission statement. So part of what we've, done with ZAGO 360 is basically, taking into account those 3 Ps, people, planet, profit, all at the same time while preparing the next generation for manufacturing and STEM, and focusing on educational programming from K to 12, STEM students and in underserved communities. So for us, people, you have to take care of your employees. They'll take care of your business. For us, it's not just work, it's our life. We all have a passion for what we do. Everyone plays a part in the final product that goes out to our customers, and every single role is important. When you make people feel that they're part of a team, it really gives them a sense of responsibility and loyalty and creates a positive working environment. Profit for us, obviously every company is in business to make a profit, but we're also here to do good as a company. We understand that we're here to do good, that everyone should benefit from the company doing well. All stakeholders, the customers, the employees, our partners, vendors, and our community. And then the planet, incorporate sustainability practices into your processes every day, wherever you can, whether it's solar, recycling waste, reducing emissions. Make sure that what your company does on a daily basis to run a profitable business doesn't impact our planet in a way that future generations will have to pay for it. And for us, we've added 2 extra P's, which is our product, because our product is in itself is sustainable. We manufacture high-tech sealing solutions that protect the environment. And then, passion. We have a passion about what we do. It's really contagious. We make sure you always, you want to make sure you always come to work every day with a positive attitude, and everyone else will always follow suit. So part of what we've started doing with ZAGO 360, we actually started with Essex County NorTech Vocational High School with the goal of promoting STEM education and to introduce high school students to the world of manufacturing and all the different career opportunities, ranging from working on an assembly line or engineering, quality, management, sales, marketing. There's so many different areas that that someone can go into. So as the school year kind of drew close, ZAGO decided to offer its first higher education scholarship to a NorTech Vocational High School graduate, to a senior who would pursue either a 2 or 4-year STEM manufacturing degree. And we basically asked them to illustrate with a presentation how advanced manufacturing can be used as a force for good and to make a positive difference in the world. And the entries were really so well done and so thought-provoking that we actually ended up awarding 2 scholarships to 2 students. We also were involved with Rutgers Business School with another project, basically engaging the next generation of manufacturing careers when they were working on the sustainability development goals in the United Nations, with the United Nations. And our project actually won a 2nd prize during that competition. And recently we partnered with Cristo Rey High School, which is a program that we're really excited about. And it's something that I wish was around when I was in high school. So this school, basically their model is the school that works. They basically partner with local businesses in order to create internships for 9th through 12th graders. So for their entire 4 years, these kids are given the opportunity to build professional skills, business social skills, all those soft skills we talk about that are so important in business today. They basically get 4 years of experience working once a week at a business, all before they graduate high school. So our company brought in 2 interns from Cristo Rey High School. We started in September, this past September, and they come in once a week, and it's a great program. I think it's a great opportunity for these high school students to get an idea of what kind of career they would be interested in. We put them in different positions within the company, so they can get a broad view of what's available and what are the different positions like. So I think it's a really great program, and we're really excited to be a part of it. Recently also, I came across another program just from different contacts and relationships that we've started building with this program called Students to Science, which is a program that's designed to bring students from local high schools and middle schools to basically spend a full day in a real lab conducting real experiments. And I think it's such a great program. The kids basically come in for a full day. They put on full lab gear and are working in a complete, full lab with all the real equipment. They perform an experiment throughout the whole day. And then at the end of the day, they do a presentation to their peers on their findings and what they learned throughout the day. So it's a really great experience for the students to get a real hands-on, experience on what their career could look like if they were to go into, being a scientist or any of those STEM fields. So it's really exciting to be a part of it. I was actually a part of their panel a few weeks ago where we spoke to about 40 different teachers from the NORC schools, where we just explain to them about all the different opportunities that are available right now in the companies that are right in Newark, right in their backyard, that are looking for new talent. So it's just bringing awareness to the teachers so that they know what's available and how to communicate to their students what's available. So the employee that I spoke to you about, Yasha, who came to us recently, she actually came through the program, the Schools That Can program, and it's a Newark Advanced Manufacturing program. It's a national school, and she came to us through that connection. So we're really happy to have made that connection and to have Yasha working for us now. So what's really important is to reach out into, not just the city level, but the state level, and try to find programs that are already set up or established that you can partner with. It's really important to start building those type of relationships. Another company, when we started doing these tours at our manufacturing facility, so we bring students in from a local high school and we basically give them a factory tour and give them a presentation on the different types of careers that are available. We had the opportunity to set up a tour, which is coming up next month with Triangle Manufacturing, who is another local manufacturer. So we're going to be collaborating with them and bringing some of the students from one of the local high schools for a manufacturing tour. So we're really excited about that. And there's other companies who are doing great things. I mentioned Voice Technologies, who's a company that we also work with. They're really doing great things in their community with apprenticeship programs and mentorships. NJMEP, there's all the local schools that have programs that really would be excited to work with local companies. It's just a matter of reaching out to them, start to create that conversation and that awareness, and just do it. Basically, you really just start getting involved in the conversation. That's the only way to begin. Start making connections with like-minded people, companies that share your same values. Once you start leveraging those relationships, big things will start to happen. Perceptions will start changing, and we will see that the next generation is really excited to be a part of what manufacturing has to offer. I hope that, as representatives of manufacturing industry, we can collectively bring awareness to all that manufacturing has to offer the next generation. It's our mission to engage, retain, and mentor the next generation of manufacturing professionals. We're the only ones that can really make a difference in the future of manufacturing. It's really up to us.
Thanks, Jackie. It looks like we have a couple questions already, but I want to give everyone else a moment to type in anything they have. So while I'm doing that, I'd like to take a second to remind you about the Handouts tab. We get a lot of questions from people about how to download the slides. So just open up the tab marked Handouts in your GoToWebinar panel, and the file is right there. You can also just wait until tomorrow and they'll be emailed to you along with the video recording of today's webinar. And then there's the questions tab. If you have a question, type it in right there and I'll make sure our guest answers it. And don't be shy. You've got an expert here, so make sure to take advantage of her. I'm going to read all of your post-webinar evaluations, and I can't tell you how annoying it is when somebody says like, oh, I thought they were going to talk about this, or I was hoping they'd talk about that. It was too in the weeds. It was too broad. This is your opportunity to take the webinar and bring it in the direction that you want it to go. So with all of that out of the way, we're going to jump into our first question that comes from Angela, who would like to know, what are some of the takeaways that employers who want to get into marketing for younger workers can do?
Well, there's just a couple things that you could easily start to do, just to really start to make those connections, strategic partnerships. On our PowerPoint, you'll see there's a resource tab with some organizations that we've been partnering with. And so just an example, and you can check out their websites, but look at your own city and local level and try to reach out to different programs that are already set up and available, and just start to talk to different organizations to try to get an idea of how you can get started and who you can partner with in your local area. Social media and video is so important right now. People want to see you talk. They want to see what you're doing and how you're doing it, and they love to see video. We recently just started doing video. I just recently started posting a few videos, and it was challenging at first, but I'm starting to get more into it, and people like to engage when you post a video about what your company is doing, and they're interested in what you're doing, and it's an attraction. It creates something that's contagious. If you're excited about what you're doing in manufacturing, other people will start to also get excited about what's going on in manufacturing, and just really pay attention to the young generation and what's important to them. What they value as important. You want to partner with that and be on the same level with them when you're talking about the next generation.
Okay, we have one here from Michael, who says that on your slide, you said communicate salary ad nauseum, but you skipped over that one. Could you elaborate on it?
So you want to communicate your benefits ad nauseum. So, you're the only advocate for your company. So you really want to take a look at your compensation package and what you can offer and how you can kind of tweak that to attract the next generation. So, whether that's adding flexible time or sick time, and stick to your message. You have to say it over and over. Basically, look at what you're offering as a compensation package, tweak it the way you need to tweak it, but then promote it, communicate it over and over. It's the only way that you're going to get that attraction and get that awareness out there.
We have one here from Adam, who says, how much money should I expect to pay to get into some of these marketing programs?
So a lot of these marketing programs, really, there's very minimal cost. And like I said before, a lot of it is really just creating relationships. It really doesn't cost anything other than time. You really have to put some time into reaching out to people, scheduling meetings with certain organizations. What I've learned as we're doing this is that a lot of these organizations, they're always willing to sit down with you for a meeting. They want to talk to you about what kind of programs are available. So they're very happy to talk to you. So it's just about making that contact, setting up those meetings. That really doesn't cost anything but your time and your interest. When we're talking about internships or mentorships, that's the part that, yes, when you talk about costs, there's a lot of time involved. When you bring an intern in, or you have mentoring someone. So you really want to make sure that if you're going to go that route, that you have someone that actually is going to be able to spend that time with them. You don't want to bring an intern in and stick them in the corner and not pay attention to them, or you really want to put in the time to really mentor them and show them all the different types of opportunities that are available to them, and kind of help them on their path. A lot of these interns that are coming in, it's all about making connections, and they're building a network. So you want to be part of that network. Once they graduate high school, they either can go into college or they might be looking to go right into the workforce. So you're going to be part of their network, and you want to be able to have a good relationship with them. They'll be able to reach out to you, and you can point them in the right direction, or who to talk to, or what other kind of connections you can help them with. So you want to really put the time in, basically.
Cool. We have one from Courtney who asks, are there organizations or groups that bring younger generation manufacturing employees together across multiple companies to support each other and to help drive the awareness of manufacturing careers to their peers?
Not that I know of, but it's a really great idea. I mean, part of what we've been doing is just trying to partner with these organizations and trying to build collaborative programs so that we're not all reinventing the wheel. And we've been able to do that with a few companies, and with creating these tours where we're bringing students in. We started with one school. Now we're reaching out to multiple schools to try to do the same type of programs, but also not just keeping it within our own manufacturing, facility, but also bringing it to other manufacturers and really try to get other companies involved in what we're doing. We'd be really happy to, speak to you about that if that's something that you're interested in, and we can email about that later on.
So I'm going to tell you, there's an audience on this webinar that I did not actually expect. So your next couple questions are from younger manufacturers, or at least it sounds like they're coming from that direction. So Jeremy asks, when can I come by for a tour?
Hi, Jeremy. So yeah, anytime anybody's willing to come in for a tour, really, we're happy to have someone come in. So you just email me and we could set some time to bring you in for a tour. We'd love to have you.
Here's another one from kind of that same perspective. Maritza asks, it seems that engaging the manufacturers may be a daunting task if there's not already a direct relationship. Any advice?
Now, it's really not so daunting. I mean, you really have to, if you try to partner with a company, you just look up local companies in your area, and you have to have the right person on the phone, basically, and reach the right person. Start with marketing department. If you reach somebody in the marketing department and start to talk to them about what type of programs you're trying to get them involved in, I would start there. Start with marketing, and then they will definitely listen and point you in the right direction to get you started. Also, in HR is another department you could try to reach out to. When you're talking to HR, they're all about bringing in new talent and recruiting new talent. So if you reach out to that department and try to talk to them about, reaching out, to a younger generation and how to bring in new talent, they're more than willing to work with you and to talk to you and to get you started.
Cool. Well, that's all the questions we have, so it's probably as good a time as any to bring things to a close. Don't forget, all of you will be receiving a recording of today's webinar and the PowerPoint slides via email. Lastly, when you close out of the webinar, a survey will come up on your screen that I hope you'll fill out so we can best understand how to provide you important information in a webinar format. Our next webinar, Navigating Workers' Compensation Claims and More, will take place February 26th. So by all means, feel free to register for that one right on our website at njbia.org. So until next time, for Jackie Luciano, this is Vinny Civitello thanking you for being with us this morning and wishing you a great day.